Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alita. These are some of my books, and you've reached Alita in the Books. I have been MIA on the internet for 3 weeks, 2 weeks, for a few weeks, okay? And part of it was intentional and part of it was not. Most of it was not. And maybe in another video somewhere down the line I'll talk about some of it. Maybe not. I don't know yet. And I'm not someone who does well with I don't know yet. So life has been a roller coaster. Life has been interesting lately. And I'm back. I think I want to do this more regularly. There was a time not that long ago where I was just like, I'm done. But that wasn't really BookTube. That was just things that were going on in my life. Anyways, let's jump right in full force to book haul. It's a very small book haul though. There's only 10 books, I believe. And yeah, let's just get right into it. October book haul. Book haul. Like I said, there's only 10, so it should be kind of fast if I stop talking. The first one is one that I received from the publisher of this book, and I still need to post my picture of this book on social media, probably Instagram. And I've already posted a review, I believe, but I have read The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. And I mean, look at that. That is beautiful. The book, so good. So this is like a literary fiction horror novel in which you follow Jay's descent into madness. You follow her as a child, and she's obsessed with eyeballs. Like, it starts off with like fish eyes, and she eats them because her mom always said the eyes are the best part. But then she becomes obsessed with her stepfather's eyeballs, and her stepfather is a creep. Her stepfather is not a good guy. And then you just slowly follow her as she descends into madness, into darkness, into evilness, into something. It was wonderful. I did think it was a little bit slow in different parts, and originally I think I gave this a 5-star, but I think looking back it's more like a 4-star, but it was still really, really intriguing. And they sent me this bookmark that says, when you're in a lion pit but only have one chapter left. That's funny. So I'm very excited to have received this. Thank you to the publisher for sending it my way. I'm beyond ecstatic for this, and I absolutely enjoyed it. Alright, I think the rest are unread books, so yay. Okay, this one I found at my local used bookstore, and this is How to Fake It in Hollywood by Ava Wilder. I was kind of on the fence about this because here's the thing, I love fake dating, but I hate like Hollywood style books and actors and musicians. I don't like following them in books. So it's like I got one way up here and one way down here, so I'm like, but It was only $10 and it's signed by the author. So I'm gonna try this book. Gray Brooks is on a mission to keep her career afloat now that the end of her long-running teen soap has her unsuccessfully pounding the pavement again. With a life-changing role on the line, she's finally desperate enough to agree to the publicist's scheme. Fake a love affair with a disgraced Hollywood heartthrob who needs the publicity, but for very different reasons. Ethan just wants to be left alone between a high-profile divorce and his struggles with drinking and his grief over the death of his longtime creative partner and best friend. Ethan has slowly let himself fade into the background, but if he ever wants to produce the last movie he and his partner wrote together, Ethan needs to clean up his reputation and step back into the spotlight. Okay, that sounds cute. Possibly. This one is... I did not realize that it's the second in a series, so either I have to buy the first in the series or I'm gonna sell this one on Pango. I haven't decided yet, but that's Bridesmaid Undercover by Megan Quinn. It was yet another cute romance. She'll have to go undercover to help him prove to his ex he's worth a second chance. But what if the second chance he really needs is with the woman who's been at his side from the start? Oh, best friend romance. And I mean, it's such a good cover. The first one, it's like the Bridesmaid series or something. The first one is Bridesmaid for Hire. So, alright, so we have this stack in here. This was from my local bookstore. The first one is a new Darcy Coates book, so I'm trying to collect all of Darcy Coates books, and this one is The Whispering Dead, Gravekeeper #1, so it's the first in a trilogy. She hears them whispering. Homeless, hunted, and desperate to escape a bitter storm, Kira takes refuge in an abandoned groundskeeper's cottage, tucked away at the edge of a cemetery. It's surrounded on all sides by gravestones, some recent, some hundreds of years old, all suffering from neglect. And in the darkness, she can hear the unquiet dead whispering. The cemetery is alive with faint special shapes, led by a woman who died before her time, and Kira, the only person who can save her, has become her new target. This one I probably should not have got. I'm a little bit scared, but see, the problem is that Alex Michaelides has once wrote one of my favorite books of all time. He wrote The Silent Patients. And then he wrote The Maidens, which we don't talk about on this channel because, ew, no. I don't know a whole lot about this thriller. It's called The Fury by Alex Michaelides. And I believe it's like dark academia. And I'm not sure. Okay, let's just read it because I don't know. This is a tale of murder, or maybe that's not quite true. At its heart, it's a love story, isn't it? Lana Farr is a reclusive ex-movie star and one of the most famous women in the world. Every year, she invites her closest friends to escape the English weather and spend Easter on her idyllic private Greek island. I tell you this because you may think you know the story. You probably read about it all the time. It caused a real stir in the tabloids, if you remember. It had all the necessary ingredients for a press sensation. A celebrity, a private island cut off from the wind, by the wind, and a murder. We found ourselves trapped there overnight. Our old friendships concealed hatred and a desire for revenge. Okay, that sounds good. But again, I don't like Hollywood stories, so I'm a little nervous. Then I never read the other book by Tia Williams, like, that was really, really big when she first wrote it. 70s in June. I never read that. But mostly because I can't find it anywhere. This one is A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. Again, this one follows a musician, which is weird. For me. One florist, one pianist, one love story. 100 years in the making. Ricky Wilde has many talents, but being a Wilde isn't one of them. As the impulsive, artistic daughter of a powerful Atlanta dynasty, she's the opposite of her famous socialite sisters. Where they're long-stemmed roses, she's a dandelion. An adorable bloom that's actually a weed born to float wherever the wind blows. In her bones, Ricky knows that somewhere a different, more exciting life awaits her. When a regal nonagerian Miss Della invites her to rent the bottom floor of her Harlem brownstone, Ricky jumps at the chance for a fresh beginning. She leaves behind her family wealth and chaotic romantic decisions to realize her dream of opening a flower shop in New York City. And just beneath the surface of her new neighborhood, the music, stories, and dazzling drama of the Harlem Renaissance still simmers. Okay. I guess I lied because I have read Funny Story by Emily Henry, and I loved this book. So, of course, I had to get it to add it to my Emily Henry shelf. I had to get it, but I absolutely loved this book. So you follow Daphne, whose fiance Peter leaves her for his best friend, who is also partners with with Miles. And so she leaves Miles for Peter, and Peter leaves Daphne for the best friend or whatever. You know, they're happy, whatever. They get married, or they get engaged super quickly. And Daphne and Miles end up being roommates together because she gets kicked out of Peter's apartment where she was living. And Miles needs a new roommate because his girlfriend just dumped him and left. So they're in this like miserable situation together, but through the misery and the sadness and the depression and both of them coping with the whole situation, they fall in love with each other. And he's kind of like a recluse. I think he's kind of like buttoned up and kind of like a stick in the mud, and she's more like chaotic and fun. And they just slowly, like, this kind of a slow burn, it's definitely a slow burn, they kind of slowly fall in love with each other. And it was so good. So I had to buy myself a copy. So the first two are actually ones that I've already read. There's Not in Love, which by Ali Hazelwood, and Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I really enjoyed both of these, but Not in Love was super smutty for Ali Hazelwood. And this one's more like forbidden secrets, and it's kind of like a Hallmark movie because it's like, they're enemies because he's coming from a different company to buy out her company, the company that she works at, and she's afraid that she's gonna get fired because like someone new is, on the block. And then of course, like, he's super hot, so of course they have to have a love affair and secrets and twists in this romance were actually pretty fun. This was a fun book. And then Love Theoretically was rival physicists collide in a vortex of academic feuds and fake dating shenanigans. It's another STEM romance. And I know that everyone's like, oh, Ali Hazelwood only writes, like, the same book as far as the STEM romances go. But I think that they're a lot of fun. So I don't even care what other people say. But I really enjoyed both of these, so I had to get them for my collection. And the last one that I have not read yet is Daughter of Mine by Megan Miranda. This is Megan Miranda's newest release, I believe, and I don't know. I have no idea what this book is about, but it's Megan Miranda, and it's like I have this compulsion to buy every single Megan Miranda book, and then when I read them, I consistently give her books like a solid 3-star. But there's something about her writing and her thrillers, although I kind of call her a thriller light writer, and she's more of a mystery author with a little thrill in there. But there's something about her mysteries and her thriller light books that just keep pulling me back in, and I'm like, okay, I gotta try another one and try another one, because I think this is gonna be very, very intense. So if you don't like intensity, then look away, plug your ears. I think that Megan Miranda has a 5-star book out there for me, or will have one. She could write a 5-star thriller, 5-star mystery, because her potential with her books and her writing is so perfect. I love her writing. It's just kind of like, it's easy to read, it's real, it's just nice. It's like a cozy, comfy read, even though her books I don't think are supposed to be cozy, comfy. Her writing is cozy, comfy, and I will continue to read Megan Miranda books until I find that 5-star, because I know she can do it. Do I think it's Daughter of Mine? I love that cover, but I don't know what the book is about, so I can't tell you if it's a 5-star or not. But those are my hauled books in October. Many of them I have already read, and then I bought them, you know. Goals. We're doing really well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. If you're new around here, please leave me in the comments below just a little heart to help me see all the love that I have. And I will see you in the next video. Hopefully it's not 3 weeks from now.